Hello, and welcome to my channel. If you've not seen me before, my name is Lisa, but can go by Liz or Lise, and I hope you're having a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you may be. My streams, they're for more mature audiences, so please do keep that in mind as you watch this playthrough. Also, of course, too, if you're enjoying the content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and yeah, enjoy! Let's go ahead and jump in to Hello Kitty Island Adventure today and see what we got. How many Gudetama could there be? Dozens, surely. No joke. And I've left pretty much every single one that's been set out for the week. I've probably sometimes walked right by it, and probably other times in a place that I would never have seen it. So, espresso. I'd like to give you this island bouquet, but you already have a lot of them. I'll hang on to it for now. Excuse me? Okay, so we got the outfit. By the way, it fixed itself, so I did go in yesterday very quickly, and for whatever reason, it backtracked on itself, and then now we're here, so I don't know what will happen for day 8, but more strawberry crates, let's go. Again, it bugged out. I didn't do a thing. 13 hours left till the finale, which hopefully we'll get one piece for that finale. But huh? You mean these? Oh, sorry. You mean for the island? Well. Okay, that's fine. But speaking of bouquets, I did. Oh, I did. And well, we can see here that things are looking a little different, but most importantly, the most important. Now, unfortunately, even with the bouquet, yeah, but fortunately with the bouquet, yeah, but upon then further inspection, it was just like, first it said for 21, and then it's like, requires Lala. And then also then it just still stays as saying level 21, so the game's got me on it deciding what to say over there. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything more or less for the fact that both of them need to be at max, but it was interesting to see that, to say the least, and I just left them. I didn't take them. That's why the heart is as it is, but hopefully we'll get there soon enough, because technically she is only behind because of, well, some beautiful blossoms that I decided to give, but more also for what was taken care of was, you know, watering. That was taken care of, and of course they're on their interesting path of whether or not to be ready because of how I also decided to collect, but it's okay. I'm here for it, and we can just live with the choices that I've made. But speaking of choices, we'll have you, but more importantly, let's see what we really have. So we gotta make that. We gotta take a picture at the cauldron. We gotta get an item with the chocolate tag and take a picture with my melody. Not gonna remember all that, but just thought I'd say all that. So then if we look here, we can see who's also truly here. So they're chilling, hanging out, and the one is still hanging, still vibing, still chilling. The game is holding out. For realsies though, for me. That's fine. I didn't want to finish up mean it at all. No, never. I would say there wasn't anything super fascinating that happened other than, of course, being ever so trolled by the level ups. That's probably it. So I'm here for it. It's fine. We move on, we live on, and we, oh my gosh, hope for greater things in the ways of items too, because let's be real, they're there. They're just not there for us entirely, and that is a true travesty that we'll always remember and cherish and hold. The items that were missed. I mean, I finished one, didn't really mess with any others. Haven't really made other stuff. Man, what the heck? But fertilizing it and all that's happened is just more hibiscus. It's always the truest of tales for flowers. We go, we free you, buddy. And then I never really know how I want to do this. Let's just go here this time. Don't worry, I won't totally screw up, because that also totally didn't mess me up either. I know we're not done with flowers here at the resort, but it's okay. Go ahead and give it to her now. Well, which, speaking of, since I totally forgot when I was giving the gifts to Kiki, I didn't give it very slowly, so I don't know if it also is still, I would say, bugged. That if a character is close to max in friendship and you just give them all the gifts, that you don't get any capsules, because I think that's a ripoff. Because, right, you already filled the heart, so you should be able to get the capsules. Maybe that's just, you know, a little, say, entitled. You could say that, but since the fact that if you give it individually and you get max, and then let's say you have 2 or 1 more gift to give and you do get capsules, then I feel like, again, you should get capsules. Like, at least even 1 capsule, if the game could note that you've done it, therefore you get the extra. It's just me, yeah, being entitled. It's fine. Okay, fine, I've said it. We can move on. Let's go, buddy. I feel like I don't want to fertilize anymore here. I feel like it's a lost cause. My lost cause. So. Go this way. And then... Oops. There we go. And then this. This. And then we go over here with these. The only one that decided to be, and maybe that's all I get. Maybe it boils down to, what's the point? The ultimate question I ask myself in this game. What's the point? I think I missed one other somewhere. Unless I got it. But it's okay, not a big deal. He gets to watch us lose or win. You decide, game. I always find it interesting too that there's an empty space. Now, how much more do I care about actually also getting the other? I don't know. Grabbies? Yes. It's so tough. Thanks. I'm good though. I'm gonna leave it. Leave it. Yeah, we'll still continue through here. I mean, I feel like I'm going to give her last. As kind of a extra. This is how we're gonna do it. Finale piece. The moment we all been waiting for, and I stall. Typical. Not the first time I've done the stalling game, but you know. Oh, it's fine. Oof. Yes, this is the one. Let me then, I guess I'll go to this one. I was just hopeful to try to get something, but ugh. The morale is dropping low, I must say, and unfortunately. Yeah, I think that was the only one. Because I saw it at that point and I was like, I'll just get it later. And it's been later, so it was always gonna stick around more or less too. Now this was the patch that I was really working on. Orange? I didn't even see the orange. My bad on this one. Ooh. That's exciting. I can... Whoops. Yeah, okay, so we have been getting them. My bad. Went literally right over my head. Awesome. Though. Happy for it. Happy for it. Sorry. There we go. Finally, all that work has finally paid off. Guess I'll get it. The tunes. And then get this. Still holding out over here. And okay. Oops. We'll go here actually. I was debating how much I really wanted to have them with me. I really wish I could fit over there. It's okay. Okay. And then this part is always so like which way? I just like going here to collect all this, really. But then it's just like I guess. Oh, wrong button, sorry. Go down here. Don't forget, the luck will not count towards these things. For its own reason, it's just fine. Doesn't need to. I don't need it to. It's good. It'd be cool, but... Because I think for me personally, as in also the way that I play, I probably wouldn't invest in the star unless it truly was for the fishing well. And if I was really desperate in a minigame sense, but it's just not really there for me. And unless it gave me luck in other ways for minigames, we'll just go up this way. Yeah, I'm not too keen on making it. And it's not that it was just super ridiculous or anything like that. I was bracing for it to be ridiculous, but it wasn't. I got scared. I got scared about something else too, but we lucked out. But yeah, ultimately, it just doesn't scream that it really needs to be there. But we'll so never really know, because by the next time we jump in, it'll be gone. But we'll never really know at what point does it truly cancel, unless I were to trigger it and then be right on time with things, which knowing me, while I would love to be on time, other factors unfortunately do not allow that, though maybe if I can get my stuff together, we could. But I honestly don't even remember. A celebratory moment. Okay. I feel like this is very similar to the title of one other one that we got recently. So that's cool. Yeah, we'll just go down, water, grab. These over here. And then, what do we got? Ah! Dang. I thought it was there. Slightly off. Just like the icon is slightly off. Of the main patch. And then get these. Not gonna fertilize those. I only fertilize, or at least that's what I've been doing a little bit more so again, is for the bigger patches. I know I've done some smaller ones though inside Merry Meadows, but that's a little bit different. Just water these, grab them, and then best one there is, since it's decorated in the best way possible. Then this. Then we'll go over here to do the next drop-off spot, and then we should be good to go. Right here. Grab it too. And then this is the other patch that I like to do this for. Running out of fertilizer though. Oh dear. what to do. The bug appeared. And then technically too, I guess you could say I put it over here, but that's because I was like, oh, it's happened. It's amazing. More spawned. So I was pretty excited. That is for the white and warm pink speckled. And then we can just do this. And then I don't know. I mean, I can be over there and stay there. I don't know what else I would want to have him for. I don't think anything. Sorry. That is just a take him along. As for these, though, I don't know how many times I really want to do it for the two, but there are just two, but every little bit does count when fertilizing, but it's probably the highlight of fertilizing. Just because I didn't believe in it as much as I should and could have. But the only thing that's left now is just other colors, and that's not happening. I have a feeling of how it could happen. But the thing is, I'm not putting in the work for that. At the moment, it's just not a top priority, and I don't really know how I really want to organize things yet, so I think that's what's kind of holding me back, and overall ultimately holding me back on doing anything. But I think also I'm holding off just because I want to wait till other things are fleshed out there, so I really have a better idea of how I want to organize flowers, because that's what I'm thinking is going to be available to do. That's just me thinking for the best, hoping for the best. I mean, I just hope it isn't going to be a total disappointment, and I haven't really seen much about it. Try to stay away from it other than just like, oh, these are the steps on how you get this unlocked. Okay, cool. But I haven't seen layouts or anything like that. Oh. Oh no, not yet. So, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, though. I'm more than happy to still take the time and have the time being taken for it. That is mysterious for that to be there, and wow. For when it rains, whoops. But you notice how come across all these for when it rains, right? Where are the ones for when it snowed? Because it snowed. And has snowed quite a bit. And I could be mistaken. I mean, counting is not my strong suit. If anyone knows, when I count the paper cranes, I am actually sadly sometimes behind, but that's mostly due to me not writing it down as efficiently as I thought I was writing things down. That is, forgetting like, oh, I made this one, so gotta put the number. So, yes. It's fascinating. That is, it's missing also on the board. So, whoopsies. My bad. But then usually it's not that I've ever been behind, so I'm happy for that. Well, the same goes for the videos, for the shorter form, for short moments in time. Why am I behind? Oh. Whoops. So, that's fair. But Given that the drops are the same rate, I feel like there are way more raindrops than snow knolls when the weather event occurs. And not always because I can't find them. The ones that are indoors magically out there in the peak, but this just feels more plentiful in some ways. Get it? But we are just gonna do this like old times, just because again I also really just like his ability. That's really why I'm doing this anyways. It's been something that I was looking forward to for a while until the reality truly set in, and then I was a little disappointed, but it's okay. So I also want you actually for a moment before you troll me again, just straight up troll me. That would count, wouldn't it? Didn't think about it. But why not? Of course he did. Nice. Chocolate treat. I'll have to go back over there. It's like I don't need to do this, but I also feel the need to do it just for the feathers. Just to have more. It still drives me nuts that you use feathers to do this too, but somehow you still come out on top. Ooh, so close. Am I gonna care? That's the ultimate question. How much am I gonna care? Just in case. As long as I don't do too much. At least we got one extra. I'll take it. Thanks, buddy. Alright. So. Making that and then taking a photo. Right. Completely different activities. Well, that's okay. Let's call you. Sorry, Choco Cat. You appeared faster than I was actually expecting. I thought I was gonna catch up with you over here, but what can I say? She was right on time, right on schedule. This and let's do it this way. Awesome. Thanks. Now, I honestly forget. But I guess you're away. In a different spot. Right. Mary Meadows has the rain. The lighting at dawn is simply majestic. Try taking a picture on the beach. Oh, by the way, I thought you might like this. Thanks for having me out today. I'm gonna tomorrow. See you in my next long slot vacation, but also I'm curious. Yep, that I feel like they really want to have that option to have more, but you almost do. We're still not fancy enough, and it'll be a decade till we see you again, to be honest. Or if it's gonna feel surely like a decade. Okay, let me go back over here really quickly, because why not? I know this is a tropical island, but I love wearing very fancy outfits on beaches. To the beach. Wearing them to the beach. Fancy outfits to the beach. And then see you later. Like, I think it'd be cool if they also had their air quotes normal outfits, if they have any in some shape or form. And then hello. And then you had a choice from there. That would be cool. Buddy. I love this. Box. First time getting these boxes because game be mean. It's not going to happen, so it's fine. Yep. It has to be next time, right? That's all I... Oh, that's all I can hope. Okay, then we'll go over here. Oh, right. Though, I don't know if I actually have had a conversation with Kiki since. Wow, I'm so glad we get to be friends. I've been thinking, I want to explore more and I can help you at the same time. Just let me know if I can gather any supplies for you while I explore. There we go. So, I almost forgot about that since it's been so long, but, can you? We also gathered some, but I was just thinking about these, because these do have their max places and spaces. Brighten our day. I have a question. Can you gather something for me? I love how it goes down there for some reason. But try to keep track of it this time. Hold on. Gotta get the stuff. I just think it's funny. Heck yeah. I totally won't get them confused this time. Absolutely not. Never. I've never got them confused. I have no idea what you're talking about. It's crazy. I may or may not have gotten confused because I'm just bad. Okay. The best way to relax, be out in nature. By the way, I thought you might like this. Thanks for having me out today. Gonna peace, but not good enough. Never good enough, always so close. It's not fair. Okay, but that basically took care of all of them. Except for, of course, the final photo. as it's in the rain because of all the tears and the now again returned flowers that I'll have to find. One. Two. That 10% is really like working overtime to not let this happen. But no, it's good. Friendship grows. Level 20 has finally been reached. Oh my gosh. The power of flowers. But more importantly, we get to give one more. Again, definitely important to do. I think if I did this with Kiki the last time, we would have gotten capsule as well. So again, just something to keep an eye on for the boxes. I'm sorry, they're boxes. Boxes! Dude, what is wrong with me? These are clearly boxes. I forgot to open them last time. Oh, and I forgot to move, open the capsule that we got from the wonderful game of Crane and Craze. So, yeah. I'm disappointed all around though. But, isn't that exciting? We actually have a quest for once. And it's for the power of flowers? I think so. But before we actually jump in and do it, I'm gonna go ahead and take a little step away, and then I'll return just like... Let's do this. I can't believe we're best friends. Actually, I knew as soon as I met you that we would be. Ever since you found my mell doll and returned my mailbag, you have always exuded kindness and generosity and fun. That's not how you say the word, but we're just gonna roll with it. Bear with me. I'm so glad you found the berry meadow. It's fun to explore. Remember the petal keys? We've grown so many flowers. You were so mysterious. And now we've been through so much. Or should I say so much? We're both gardeners now, aren't we? I love how full of life the Merry Meadow is. How are you feeling about your flowers? They fill me with joy, colorful, and confused. My plans for flower domination are working. I love what you've done with all the flower patches. You know, it might be fun to have even more rare flowers around though. Maybe we can get a little upgrade to the fertilizer? My dream come true, yes! Now with an infinite spawn glitch, oh my god. Funny. I thought you might enjoy that. In fact, I already talked to Choco Cat. We worked out a plan. Don't leave me in suspense. How many wood blocks will we need? Oh, don't do that to me. We'll need strawberry crates, wormtails, and achoo! And what else do we need? How dare they ask about strawberry crates, though? I got my eyes on you, game. We'll need lots of pollen puffs. Oh, easy. Wow. Can I say 5 is expensive. But also, thank goodness I didn't turn all of these into sticks. And last but not least, again, we have so many. It's ridiculous. There we go. We're ready for an upgrade. Nice work. The upgrade is complete. Now you'll get twice the amount of fertilizer when you compost things. That should help your gardening goals. Oh, I like the sound of that. Gardening goals. I'll put together a little challenge for my botanical bestie. Garden goals. Gargantuan? Gargantuan? That's the word? Okay. No! No! Oh. You know, I should have known. I should have known! What was I thinking? I should have waited! Oh. Tear in my eye. But, you know what? I'm here for it. I got this. I got this totally. Yep. So that's gonna stare at us for a while, I would say. I would say a good, strong amount. I can't believe it, but I can. All right. Okay, this, we're gonna go to this, and then I'll go back here, and then I will actually take the time to also do this with these. Since also it's been a little bit, and now it's going to be totally worth it. But I would say that while that is a nice thing to have here, it definitely doesn't compare to actually having other, you could say, companion abilities, or just other better RNG kind of ways that we could possibly maybe get more rare flowers. Because I mean, if it's still just based off of the RNG, then it's not that this is really, I would say, helping in the way that one maybe could think or would think. But again, there's always room for improvement and just different outcomes when it comes to these. But hey, the fact that we even need more fertilizer now, let's send it. Now all the times that I, sent out or set out to go around and do all the good things and stuff, I feel less ridiculous about doing it. But I still feel a little ridiculous in doing some things just because of how the rest of this works. But I'm happy that at least, again, maybe this will help a little bit. But super funny, because this is not the only time that this has happened. Or I've set out to do stuff, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, I guess I should have waited. Of course, the one day that I decided to change things up, it was like, psych, you need to do it even more so. But since we're already in the habit, I mean, it should be just fine. And ultimately, of course, I am over the moon that we finally have reached the level that I've always wanted to reach with her for the longest time, since I realized that I needed to actually do that, which, yeah, we are slowly getting there. It's just going to be an interesting time now, though, with what maybe is going to get triggered at some point. But now, I know I also, you could say, I scoffed at it earlier about, like, the, the fertilizer that is getting fertilizer, but you know what? Give us all the fertilizer. It's funny, though. This one has a lot. I don't know how many. But I forgot the last time I did this, it didn't even tick down. There we go. Or that is, sorry, it did tick down, but it didn't tick down as fast as I was thinking it could and would. And I think I did stop it at about, what was it, like 500? So let's just do this even more, because we're gonna get plenty more. And I just realized that there was blue. What am I doing? Where is the blue? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Where was the blue? I bit. Oh my. I'm speechless at some blue hibiscus. What the heck, man? The hybrids are working their magic right before my very eyes, and I'm not even calling it out. The game didn't even call it out. Enough for me to pay attention. Too busy being entitled with my opinion. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's funny though. Wow. That was actually a decent surplus too. Don't worry, we'll get back up there. Those were rookie numbers. How are we doing with a thistle? Uh-huh. Oh boy. But yeah, oopsies. Thank goodness it didn't affect it. Well, this is, if this is any indication on how fast you could probably get through that quest, I don't know what is. There we go. Oh my gosh, it finally ticked down. So we could probably go to the max again too with this one. Max as in the air quotes, what we can see visually for the stack. See, that's what I am. Like, I understand that the game is aware of the total, but I am a little bit on the fence of how much we're getting back. It's just because we can't visually see it, and that just worries me a little bit. So I think we'll stop there. We will accept all this. Are you ready to take on Wish Me Mell's challenge? Why you gotta say it like that? What do you mean, dude? I'm working on it right now. Are you ready to face your fears? I don't know. Maybe I'm not ready. But luckily I was holding off, I guess you could say. I'll do this too. I was thinking about it. And I wasn't sure until looking it over, and I was like, nah, you know what? But only in my head. I mean, unless I'm gonna make them in the flower crowns or whatever. I guess I don't see... Or then placing them in the planters, I don't really see what I'm gonna do with them too much. And plus, if I keep on going after them, right, we'll be able to get them all we need. So I'm gonna go to 200 with this. And just when I was talking about, man, we're running out of fertilizer. I mean, we still had plenty, but ultimately every time I was planting it, right? Number go down. And we want number to stay up. And let's forget about this one. So this should carry us totally, right? And then 200. I guess I can do this too with these and the other. Again, since I've been collecting them as of recent. Though also left some. But are you ready to take on that challenge? I think so. Is there a timer or something? Oh, what is this? Do it. No regrets. Caution, remember, you can't go back. Easy. Yeah, I'm getting out the flower bit. Not all the patches are technically filled to their fullest, and I don't exactly know either how that all works out, but I'm glad we have a lot of places for it, so that's gonna make it also fun. I guess I don't... I mean, I guess? I never really thought of... What? What? Yeah, I was like, okay, yeah. Never really thought about those being anything. That was weird. I don't even know what I did for 2. What did I do for 2? I'm at a loss. Just as much as I'm at a loss for the blue hibiscus. But you know what? As soon as I see it out in the real world, I'll be sure to act on it. What's your favorite flower? I can't choose just one. Can I be of any help? Can I ask you about flowers? Of course. What do you want to know about flowers? I don't know if I've ever really asked about flowers. Flower colors. I love how many colors of flowers there are. What a rainbow. Each flower has a few colors it comes in naturally. To get the rest of the colors, you'll either need to mix them or transfer them. There's lots to know about flower colors. Where should we start? Transferring. To get every color for each flower type, you'll need to transfer them from other types. For transferring colors, you need 2 different type flowers. The one whose color you want to transfer must have a pattern. Patterns look like these. Okay. Can I just say that a pattern of a tiny square, I don't think I would consider a pattern. Let alone even the other one. Not quite a pattern, but, you know, a little bit closer than this white square. So I'd be a little confused with that. It doesn't matter what the color the flower is. Put them next to the same empty plot for a chance of growing a transferred color. There's a lot to know. Mixing flower colors. To mix flower colors, you'll need 2 different colored flowers of the same type. Make sure both flowers are touching the same empty plot. That's where your new flower has a chance of growing. Not all colors mix though. Just think of it like painting. What colors mix? Red and blue make violet. Yellow and blue make green. Yellow and red make orange. And that is, yep, think of it. But there are more colors you can discover with mixing, like teal from sky and green. Sorry, what? Yes. You can also mix any color with white to make a pastel version. Remember, to mix colors, they need to be the same type. Interesting. I'll be here if you need anything. I was wondering if she was gonna say more, but I guess since we're not really besties. So I guess that really was because I'm with... Yeah, you have to transfer them, mix them, and then that's where they start when asking about transferring and mixing. I just want to understand these different sets. And then the flower patterns. And then, okay, getting a pattern, transferring patterns, hybrid flowers. Okay, interesting. Pattern flowers are quite rare. Fertilizer is what you need, though. Adding fertilizer to your flowers will give them a chance to become pattern. Every time you add fertilizer, it's a new chance to get a pattern. So just keep at it, and you'll get a pattern eventually. Remember, some special flowers might have new or unique patterns. This is where things get exciting. What do you want to know about flower patterns? So if you get a fun pattern from an event flower, like that white square, which I'm a little unsure about, but then the speckled or like the pinwheel, calling it that, sorry, it's not what they call it, but you can transfer it to other types. You need two flowers that are the same color but different types. Are we writing all this down? Read them together for a chance at transferring the pattern from one type to the other. And then, of course, hybrid flowers. Hybrid flowers are the rarest of all. If you combine two pattern flowers of the same and different colors, you could get a hybrid. That's when the flower has two different colors that don't normally appear on a pattern. Like an indigo and violet ombre bell button. Bell button. It's very rare, so I wish you the best of luck. I feel like the description was like reading sometimes in a dictionary a definition of the word when they use the word in the definition. That's what it felt like. But I want to see, I have a question. What actually tips do you have again? You really, you are all about the chocolate cat too. Okay, it's been a while. Been so long, but I do still have a question. Change outfits. Oh, very interesting. So of course this is the garden outfit, while this is of course for the Friendship Festival. It's been a little bit, but I was curious what other outfits were here and waiting, and certainly they were waiting. I'm gonna stick with the garden outfit. And then of course I can ask about, you know, my one important question. It has been a while since I've done that. 55, 51. The randomest one to be 51. Okay, but most importantly... Sorry, will you come with me? Yeah, so there is a lot when it comes to the whole flower mess, but more importantly, so of course if you noticed, and as I mentioned, I didn't take. I just let Kiki be. But in theory, Kiki and Lala, let's be real, they've got their secrets with this island, whereas everyone else is here and along for the ride. So finally. Whoa,
love this place. It's as beautiful as the Merry Meadow.
Thank you. I am so happy you found the Merry Meadow and made a home there, Wish Me Mel.
Me too. We bring flowers and friendship everywhere we go.
The Merry Meadow is enchanting.
I love it here, gardening, growing flowers with my friends. There's nothing better. That was a spirit heart, wasn't it? Aw, we did it.
Please keep filling the land with flowers.
We will. We'll keep planting seeds for flowers and friendships.
Island Spirit? What are you thinking about? All the forms that friendships can grow into and the different environments where they flourish. Friendships are resilient. Friends come in all shapes and sizes. And friendships grow at different times. Sometimes you realize you're just waiting for spring. Okay. And then finally, after how many painstakingly parts has it taken for the island mystery bit to appear again? For Up in the Clouds Part 1. It has been so long since we've seen a multi-part quest, huh? And most importantly, we have to talk to Hello Kitty, which is wild. So, let me also see something. That is okay. That's funny. Sorry, I always get curious about when they are busy and when they're not. What? You know what? It's fine. Let it continue to rain. It's fine. It doesn't need to be dry or anything ever.
It's good to see you. I've been thinking about the happy bunny. Oh man, I forgot how I actually pronounced this way back. It's been a bit. Happy Dan Bunny concert. It was so much fun and a wonderful way to celebrate our friendships.
Friends forever. Glad we pulled it off.
I think you said that it was to help the island spirit. Would you like to visit her with me today? I thought we could bring her a treat.
That sounds nice. Sure, I'll go with.
Great. Now let's figure out what to make. Do you think she likes pies?
Everyone likes pie. It's worth a try. It's the thought that counts.
I'll stick with a classic. We'll give her a red bow apple pie. I have one ready for her right here. Let's go visit the island spirit.
So I've started it officially. I'm just gonna take that flower. I will say that's a little just, I mean, I'm glad that you're right. It starts right off the bat because it also is again a multi-part. But it does feel off since we were just there. That then we go back. Not that she knows, but like since I could bring her as a companion, that's what I was checking to see if she was locked. Yeah, interesting. Very interesting. I also wish Mel's just here along for the ride. Because another time she's like, I don't want to talk. Or they are like, I don't want to talk. But bye, Wish Me Mel. Good luck. Have fun. This place feels warm and safe.
Which isn't exactly what I expected from an underwater cave.
Not that I spend much time in underwater caves. I get it. Not much to compare it to.
Hello? Island Spirit? We brought you a pie.
Oh! Upgraded the pie. That smells delicious. So you do eat pie. Hello Kitty is a marvelous baker.
But you add extra pizzazz.
Everyone likes pie. I once made one from scratch. Saying everyone in this day and age is a very dangerous word. Very dangerous. Don't pick this battle. If you don't like it, that's your choice. If you like it, that's also your choice. Everything is fair in what one likes, in the terms of pie.
Well, we certainly do. It's so good to see you looking well, Island Spirit.
It's thanks to all of you. Thanks to the hideaway on Icy Peak and the adventures you go on together. Thanks to Happy Bun Booty and everyone who went to see them make music. Thanks to all your strong friendships and best friends. I'm getting stronger and healthier by the day. It feels like I have new friends.
You do have new friends. You have old friends too.
You do have old friends too. I don't think that I could make new friends. It seems as you get older, there isn't as much room for new friends. I feel it. And now I'm finding out that I have a lot of room for new friends.
Making new friends feels like finding a perfect book, the best surprise party,
a hug for the soul, beginning a new adventure.
That's a nice way to put it. I came to Friendship Island with many of my old friends, but I've made new friends too, like Top Hat and Big Challenges.
Oh, it's like saying the bad.
And Retsuko, and both of you.
I'm glad we've become friends. You're the best, Hello Kitty. Bringing friends together is what I truly want to do.
You have already. This beautiful island is the perfect place for making friends.
Thank you, both, for your words and for your visit. Of course, Grandma. It's always good to see you. I think soon I'll be ready to see my old friends. But for now, I need to rest.
Take care of yourself. Meanwhile, we have something important to do.
We do? What's the plan?
I realized I haven't spent time with Ritsuko lately. I think we should find her and spend the day together.
That sounds great. Yeah, let's find her.
We'll see you soon, Island Spirit.
Goodbye, Wish Me Mel. Just kidding. She's obviously coming back to us, but interesting now that we got the word. And okay, you are just here. The words of rest. Whoa, wow, that sounded way more magical than I was expecting. Oh, than I've ever heard it before.
No, 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 no. I can't work right now.
I don't even have that paperwork. What do you expect me to do? Learn telepathy?
Hi, Ritsuko. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
I keep trying to unwind and relax,
but, you know, there were rocks, and the volcano, and the dark water, and finding the island spirit, and realizing about how time works here, so then it's all really like, what's really going on? I mean, yes, and between all that, I keep getting emails. Uh-oh. Whenever I think I can take a break, emails show me it is a mistake. I don't know how much I can take. My entire vacation has been fake. Curious.
That was amazing. You have an amazing voice.
Thanks. I know it's a little surprising.
I like surprises.
I like your singing. You let it out, Ritsuko. You let it out.
I actually wanted to know what you were up to, but maybe you're busy.
Oh, Hello Kitty.
I was just going to walk on the beach. See if that helps me chill out. That sounds like a good idea. Would you like to come and hang out with us and my Melody later?
Oh my gosh, we're roping in everybody.
Sure, that sounds nice. Absolutely. Just need to get a few things done first. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Okay, this is a friend emergency. Ritsuko is clearly not having a nice vacation. We are going to fix that.
I'm all in. We'll solve this friend emergency.
I knew I could count on you. This is going to take some work.
It needs to be super special. We'll need expert help and a plan. A really good plan.
I need to think about this. Let's meet at small gift, big smile. We can fill in my melody on what's going on. We're going to take Ritsuko's vacation from stressful to stress-free.
I feel like we're going on a real trip. What? Everyone's getting roped in right now. And after saying the forbidden two, crazy. Where did you go? Okay, you're just over there. That's fine. I just was curious. Put me on the other side. Thank you.
Poor Ritsuko, that sounds like she hasn't been able to relax at all. Hello Kitty is right. This is a friend emergency. Between all of us, we can make sure that Ritsuko has a good time. A relaxing time. Time to chill. Now, we just need to make a plan. I've got a notebook, rainbow markers, and color coordinate stickers ready.
My hero. You are so organized.
You never know when you'll need a rainbow stationery. Now, when is Hello Kitty getting here?
Like that.
I was scouting for phase 1 of our mission, Ritsuko Rescue.
Oh, where? I love Ritsuko Rescue. Have you been hanging with Matsumaru? What the heck?
I want to take a look at the hot springs.
That's why she was there still.
Hot springs? There are hot springs? They're between Mount Hothead and Gemstone Mountain. But they aren't very peaceful. And Ritsuko spends a lot of time there.
Even phasing straight through because, you know what, she really, really wants to be one with the sand.
For phase 1, we should brighten up the hot springs for Ritsuko.
Luxurious.
So thoughtful. I like this plan. We'll need
supplies made to find things.
They were so helpful.
Yes, we'll need, oh dear. Sorry, fabric and some dye, along with coconuts and shinies. Sorry.
You gather everything, and then we'll get started.
Four. Okay, but this is specifically for orange.
This dye looks right. It will totally brighten up the hot springs.
The hot springs are going to be great. Can't go wrong with coconuts. You can't go wrong. Another game would know that. And the fabric?
Yes, exactly. The fabric we need for the hot springs.
And then the shinies.
You know, this color is just so eye-catching. I love shinies. We'll put them to good use.
Wonderful. That's everything.
Hello Kitty and I have been talking.
We have solid plans for all phases of Ritsuko Rescue. So let's get phase 1 rolling.
Hello Kitty and I will meet you at the hot springs.
I feel like a little bit since I had everything, it does break a little bit of some pacing in a different way, but you know. Just, though I appreciate that we don't actually have to physically get the items as well. That is a nice plus. That the game counts it as yes. But I know some also, for some quests, it was like, you need to actually make this and or craft this. So it's an interesting combination of the two. I think a part of me, yes, is all about having the items, but I think also a part of me would be like, I would understand if I had to make the stuff. And I think the pacing would probably fit the timeline just a little bit more. But that's just me reflecting. But here we go. Let's up. With Wish Me Mel.
We don't have much time before Ritsuko gets here, so let's get to work.
You know, where that wonderful chair is, it is really, really close to that lava. May no one get too close to that lava where they have to get teleported out. And I like this a lot, but it's kind of like with the other area. And I don't know if it's because I haven't really been over there in those other areas, or also if they planned to have a little bit more activity, but it'd be nice to actually be able to see this being used, even if there were a couple more gnolls in the mix. I would love to see that, or whatever other friends that could be. And I think that's it. Let's take a look. Okay, I've done everything on my checklist. I think we're done. It looks amazing, especially with this aerial view. It's always wonderful to see what we can do together. Can't wait for Ritsuko to see it. Luckily, you don't have to wait long. Here she comes. Oh my goodness, what happened here? The hot springs look amazing. I feel more relaxed just looking at it. What brought this project? What brought on this project? Zoom back in. We wanted to do something nice for you. Everything okay? Ritsuko? Or me? That's so nice. It's the nicest thing you could do. Thank you. You are so welcome. We're so happy that you like it. You like it, right? Yes, I love it. It's been pretty stressful. And this is really nice. Look at those bubbles. Well, when you're ready, we should enjoy it. Your job sounds really stressful. You definitely needed a vacation, Ritsuko. Totally agree. We all need more vacations. We need a vacation from the vacation, like Batsumaru said. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like your work can get stressful too. I suppose. But most of what I do is for my friends. And with my friends. So even when it's stressful, I know there are lots of people around who will help. Having friends at work is critical, if not crucial, for peace and time, and yet her friend was probably more of a stressor, honestly. But even if all you can do is be there to commiserate, let's not talk about work. This is supposed to be relaxing. I feel much better now. Thank you for spending time with me. Oh, this is just the beginning. Mission Rescue Ritsuko is off to a great start, which means phase 2 is tomorrow. Yes, wait, what? What's phase 2? It's a surprise. You'll find out tomorrow. Famous last words, part tomorrow. And of course, if we look here, it just disappears, which is interesting too, which has happened before, where the mystery begins. Wow. And then we go up here, and then we just do a little bit of this, that. Shh, pay no mind that she's just there, okay? She's technically sitting on the ledge and putting her feet in. How about that? We'll think of it like that. I just did that for fun. There was no achievement or anything like that for the day, because she's not the one. The one I really need to do it with kind of pieced out a little bit. But look at that. It does plan to snow later somewhere, since it's all but rained in the Merry Meadows. She'll find her way. So we have a lot of boxes. They all just use them. They all just use them. Use them to float on by. And go here. I could still give more to Pom Pom Pudding, but I haven't needed bananas, so I've been just leaving them out. Famous last words. Okay, she is here because it is nighttime, but that doesn't mean she just won't magically get moving somewhere. So then we do this. Oh yeah, I'm not asking. Dear. I have a question. Can I get you to collect the maxed out chocolate? And then don't have any more for them. I don't even need to do this with you because I mean strawberries. I think we're really good on the strawberries. I haven't really used them in a bit. Not even doing much with them, honestly. I was not keeping track, but I heard the sound. Uh-oh. Uh-oh for Buddy. Other Buddy. Other Buddy? Are you even here? Oh gosh. Sorry. Nope, I was trying to hit this little button on the exit. Okay. That works. I was worried that he's gonna take that one, but luckily not. Intercepted! Okay. And then... yes. I have a question. You get something. Still gotta ask the knoll as well, so get you to get those. How about that? I don't really need to do this, but we're gonna do it. Yay, stuff. And then get you. Can you help me find a thing? Find the things and stuff that are always to be had, to be whole, to be held. How much was this? 3, 4, 5. I'll go get those. I technically did use some. Then I think out of the ones here, that's pretty much all that I've been wanting and caring to work towards. So I do wonder what it's going to be like when we talk to the spirit again, but lo and behold, there we have it. Time only will tell about, of course, the final, but it's, of course, interesting as well. Still hurt, but yet one was basically trapped in ice. And I feel bad for the one who was trapped in ice. On the island, no less. And then with some of the mysterious things that are going on and that have gone on, some tampering with that band performance, by the way. There was absolutely tampering. I'm so curious. I don't know if I'll ever get an answer, but I wanted to also look here on the map, and sure enough, with finer detail in zooming in, you can see that now this is all here, but I don't know if it was, you know, actually pre-generated as in there, or if given update stuff it was there, but then like on accident, because there was an accidental visual sight of something in the Merry Meadows that then was removed because that hadn't happened yet. And then with over here, this was added later on, as well as with all this being fixed up, right? With the pacing of it, of course, also being fixed up, because for a bit it was still looking like everything was broken over here, but we already completed that quest, so not that it matters at all, especially like right with the stage out here too. Just curious questions on how that guess you could say, came to be in terms of placement. And of course, it was always going to be set out to be. But alas, while they did put in all that work, and we put in the work in our own way, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but she doesn't really spend her time over in that area. So hopefully maybe she will, though. Now we go for festivities. This still wants to be here, huh? I'm still holding out. For what? For all the other Steam stuff? I mean, 62, man. 62. Which, speaking of... Is it true? Is it really just the Hello Kitty stuff? Dude! This is why I kept the Steam stuff. 30! Oh my gosh, can you imagine? Oh, it hurts. It hurts so bad. Man, I really want this too, but those blocks. I just gotta make more blocks. Make more blocks on blocks on blocks. Okay, it's just been a Merry Meadows day. You know what? They're going all out. They are literally celebrating the fact that we finally did it. That's how I'm gonna look at it as. We got the Steamy Rock stand. Wow. Oh, you take sticks, you beautiful thing. Thank you. I don't think I want anything still. I didn't do the one thing. Let's do this. Gonna go to the gazebo. I wish when it still sparkled here. Alright, thank you for making your way. Let's jump. You know what? It was better when we weren't looking together, but that's fine. Yes, perfect.
Thank you. I'm excited for this friendship festival. Friends forever.
But also... Nope. It's been a while since it's actually snowed here, so... Again, with all the weather that has occurred here, though, I don't know about it, and that makes me sad. I know I don't have the right character, but that's okay, because the game can be mean to me, and I will accept all of its meanness, and I will still question it all the time, because it doesn't have to be mean, it can be nice, but then again, what good would it be if it did things everywhere? Because then how would you make it so that people would have to play forever? I know that didn't make any sense, but yeah, I'm a little on the fence about actually coming across what I need to come across, because I was assuming it would be here, so I'm a little disappointed. But I've been here before when it snowed, danced around, just because of that rain, that darn rain, but it's fine. We won't be here. I'm gonna go back to the lovely plaza, because that's what it's all about. Yep, that's what it's all about. Not here. Here we are back in the lovely plaza. I let my melody go, and well, we still have a little bit more to do with another buddy. We are basically done for the bigger part of today's journey and quest, and of course that was getting Wish Me Mel to level 20 and thus starting another kind of quest. I am curious of where it's going to take us. I do feel that the pacing was a little bit curious to me, but nevertheless, and all the same, I'm still looking forward to the next steps on where it will actually take us and where it will take us to. Let's just splurge on it. That's right, buddy. Full send. All right. But also with things that is, of course, the things that will be also coming to an end. What will it be like when we do finally max out everyone else in the ways of also going to the Island Spirit, given that Kiki and Lala are probably the two outliers of this whole situation, and also, you know, the most kind of cheeky about how everything went down in the first place, let alone, no, don't intervene. But it's, again, they've already intervened, so is that ever going to be addressed? Or, yes, I meant to open just one. Or is there more to it? I would love to know. It's because I opened the one, it was just like, you get nothing. It's okay. So again, I last time had a bouquet, so I basically used it and then collected all their stuff before I truly used it, so that's what the whole bit of us opening them up. And then of course the new ones that we got as well, so gotta keep that beautiful star dust coming. But yeah, I have my doubts. Now again, it does beg the question on what exactly I'm going to be doing for Wish Me Mel, but I think given that, you know, since I've already got another one, let's go! I've already done a little bit of the steps. It would just, that is for the game. Might as well continue the steps of grabbing the candles and then just still doing it that way. I mean, it's probably truly the only one that's been free, air quotes, minus of course spending the tickets. These are all tulips. I mean, my bad. They're not. They're not. They are close to that, but tulips. Wanted to wait till it came up on screen. Not because I forgot, but because so we can all see it together. But it's okay. You know, sometimes when you open a bunch of them, you lose. You lose greatly, and you get a duplicate, but that, again, is okay. I'm accepting the duplicate. I am here for the duplicate. I hit the wrong button because I meant to do this one as we go all the way, and we'll go here. Because I said I was going to do this with duplicates that I have, so. And since he likes to spend time in both places, might as well do this too. But I am ever so curious as to see what is going to happen next, again, as I was mentioning with everything, and also just in turn seeing how, if anything, the dialogue goes in terms of also the quests, because I've been on the fence of some of them, and of course this is a bigger quest, so I feel like it's going to be a little bit more in depth, which is also a piece too. Again, I know that at some point, right, what is there to say when it comes to the Island Spirit? But I kind of wished that for hers, it was a little bit more interesting. But of course, right, what pacing, right? You could have gotten her done way before, right, when I got her done, depending on how you played it. But I do feel like at least for other kind of pacing wise, it does work out to be exactly as partially intended. So I'll take it and give it that. But just minor, again, observations on how that goes. And it's interesting to see that pattern too in games where at some point you can tell when like the writing was just like, let's just do it this way. And I am curious if this will ever happen again. But that's where also I was like, whoa, we did that so long ago. Oops. So it's fine. That's my own doing. But we will also see what we can do as well when it comes to the visitors. Hopefully those visiting will want to say hello to us in the best of ways and in the closest ways that we can be friends, because after all, that's all we really want to grow is the friendship, even if we don't see it with the visitors quite the same way. Ah, you spend time there. I see. Curious. Probably because it was a little too crowded in here. So this is what I meant to do, and then yes, it was on the right thing, on the last thing, actually, as well. Because that has not changed, and lo and behold, we actually need the ore for something more than just making it to be the fizziest of bubbles for our drinks. But you two are still on the line, but I am hoping that you two will be off the hook and on the line in the ways of friendship when the time is right for the island spirit as well. So again, too, it's gonna take technically 4 days to get the rest of them, but that is okay. So, though hopefully what will not take 4 days is, of course, Lala to be at level 21. I mean 20. Again, I don't 20 was the dream, and it just jumps back to 1, so I don't know why it says what it says the way it says it. But speaking of what it says, is that we luckily did get these 2 pieces, so that didn't get messed up, which I'm happy that it didn't get messed up in the mass that it could have, given that it skipped a day for whatever reason, jumped to 8. Don't know what's gonna happen on day 8. We will see soon enough. But also too, we got new tunes, so that's nice. And yes, just one more. This one did escape us a while back, and I don't know if we're gonna have enough, given that this one was so expensive. I think it's around the same. Well, hopefully it won't show up too soon, and instead we can collect more on when it steams, which if it doesn't steam in the right places, we're not going to be able to collect, which is kind of what we saw, but at the same time didn't quite see. On top of that, though, upon asking about flowers, I must have just wanted to go in blind with the flowers, just to kind of just wing it, but also looking online and being like, oh dear. But we learned a bit more about how flowers can operate and thus spawn, which we've kind of, again, have seen here and there, just casually. It's not that I had really an idea. I was leaving some space because I thought I needed space, but some of these I feel like I didn't leave space, that they changed on their own, air quotes. So there's that, but when the time comes, I'll try to be a little bit more fancy with it, I guess. And speaking of fancy, again, there is a sky blue hibiscus somewhere, and my bad on not seeing it. Again, you probably all saw it and you're like, it's right there. But I'm happy for it and excited for more too, for when it comes to the Tulias, because again, my bad on not noticing that one either. But my plan was working. It was magically working, but I don't know how much I'm really going to fully invest. To be fair, at some point it was definitely a fear of mine, flowers were, but if we can see here that, of course, this is just what's remaining in the flowers, and again, one of them I missed out on due to the fact of when I actually had the meadows opened up. That's what happened there. I know I saw other people, and that's why I even have some. Those were given to me. Oh well, hopefully their time will come again, but it's gonna count as though yes, but it's not exactly us actually having them, because I can't really do anything with them, unfortunately, as well. But that's okay. But that's what's holding us back there. It's gonna be steamy later. I talked about it, but that's just gonna stay there. Oh man, I always get confused about where they have it. I mean, of course, they've got something up there. Where? I don't know where. Fishing, or comics. Fixing up the places. Again, haven't done that one little bit, and then whatever that means for the rest of it. And then cabin themes. It's just, again, making the cabins the hospitality that we have. Huh. What could that mean? I just think it's funny. Sorry. Gudetama also. Huh. What could that mean? Weird that that's there. Again, it's funny that it's here and that now you don't have the little check mark for it. But just making sure here's where we need it again. Huh, what could it mean? I have no idea. The greenhouse, of course, is still in the wings. Getting to, right, with family and the friends. The quests will randomly appear or also appear and just tell you, hey, you need them to actually be here. RIP. Of course, there's more mysterious photo op places. Music, though. That's all that's left for that. It's crazy how much you need there, but here's one of the main bits. So the fact that, again, 22 out of 34 feels pretty good. Again, some of the flowers we don't quite have yet, but nice to know that, you know, we're made and we'll continue to make progress here. And this is how, again, they divide it up. So that's why it already counts. So that's why I didn't really call it out as being different, because it's the same shade, if that makes sense. But yeah, as for customizing, we're getting there. It won't be too far. That is also doable just to get that finished out. Of course, we'll still be doing it to just get it, but I also didn't think I was gonna get that one done. But really, this is the main, I would say, bit and pieces. Like, what could it mean, right? It's a little, I think, clear now which one we're on, but very fascinating all the same. However, one thing that will not and will forever remain is probably this one for me. You know, it's okay, but it does feel a little sad that that will remain, but that is my choice as well. So don't be like me. Again, it could change. You know what? Magically, it'll just be done, and I'll be like, well, I got it done. Was it worth it? I shrug. But given that now that's all we have, and all is what to be revealed, right? What will we see? What will behold? Well, one thing I almost forgot, and behold, I gotta change our color. Whoopsies. But yes, I almost forgot about this very important task, and that is for me to still change our color palette, because that is what I gotta do. So, speaking of that, I will refer to my screenshots here. And then, truly, again, I'm just going in order from the ones where I knew I'm like 99.9% sure that I've already been them. So then I've just been going in order from there. So no surprise. The next one is this one, but is the surprise that technically I have already been this pattern. Because that is something that I could have missed, and that is true. I probably could. But guess what? I'm gonna throw it back to this piece if I've already done it. And if I haven't, well, surprise, ta-da, etc., etc. Because, you gotta throw in one of the throwbacks. I mean, eventually I'll be back to the other colors. You know, it's fine. I'm not forgetful about what I've done and haven't done. I clearly could have missed it. I'm calling that I probably did. But, again, we're still gonna roll with it because, you know what? We're throwing it back. I mean, this is part of the theme of the stream in some ways too. We're gonna be very sophisticated in our look. I totally forgot about changing one other thing. That's totally fine. I forgot about this. Whoops. I forget that it's a full outfit. My brain looks at shirt and thinks shirt, not full ensemble. That would be like another subcategory, right? Which, you know what, honestly, it'd probably benefit if there was a subcategory for it as well with this, because then at least I wouldn't be staring at the same things. Look it, sophisticated. Oh yeah, throwing it back. I'm only saying throwing it back 'cause I'm pretty sure for springtime, but it all depends on when it was unlocked. But you know what? It's still different. Still new. I have glasses now, and the crane on our head is beautiful. But again, I am so happy that we finally are making it through. Wish me Mel, and eventually, with those flowers that I'm ever so curious on what it thinks I'm picking flowers by, but I have an idea what I've done, but that's a weird take, but they are flowers. I will take it. We will get to the 10,000 and we will be fulfilled with whatever we get in return, but one down, only more to go. So, speaking of one down and more to go, what more in store does this particular quest have, given that it is part 1 of what? And on top of that, what truly up in the clouds are we expecting to find? And more importantly, who is going to be visiting next on the island in terms of building that friendship for them to stay as residents so that we never have to have the conversation of them wanting to almost stay? I guess only time will tell, but that will be next time.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, once again, my name is Lisa, but I can go by Lister Lise, and I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you may be.